I let my landlord clap my cake because I couldn't pay rent. My name is Anita Pounding. I have lived in the same apartment for over a year now, but I haven't seen much of my landlord. My business wasn't doing so well, and I did not make enough to pay my rent. I was really worried that I would be kicked out of my apartment, and I didn't know what I was going to do. Luckily, I am super Shreksy and beautiful. So I came up with a plan to use that to my advantage. I told my landlord I didn't have the money and asked if he could come over to talk about it with me and see if there was anything I could do. He agreed. I made sure to wear the tightest thing I could so all my voluptuous curves were highlighted. I was slaying hard when he walked in the door. I started throwing it back and making it clap as well as I could. He was very confused. As I backed it up on him, he stepped away and said, "What are you doing, Anita?" He immediately kicked me out of my apartment and smacked my bunda on the way out. I thought it would. I'm literally stunning. I don't know what's wrong with him. He probably couldn't handle all this cake. I need somewhere to live now though.
What is your nobody will ever believe this story? I once left my house in nothing but a t-shirt and sweatpants in a very dark and depressed state, bought a pack of cigarettes, and told the universe that if it couldn't give me a good reason not to end myself by the time I finished the pack, I'd do it. I ended up seeing Daniel Radcliffe smoking a rollie outside of a Starbucks. I offered him a real cigarette pretending to have no idea who he was. "Oh, no thank you," he said. "I much prefer the ritual of rolling my own." What I could have said was, "Well yeah, that makes sense seeing as you're a wizard." What I did say was, "What's your name?" Given my pact, and with nothing to lose, I unloaded all my emotional baggage on him right there. We ended up talking on the curb for half an hour. He asked me about my tattoos and listened to me recite Shakespeare. Eventually he touched my shoulder, looked me in the eyes, and said, "I know there's no good way to say this, but please don't end yourself." He asked me some reasons why I don't. Well, my cat, my mom, my brother, right, well, I'm glad the cat came first. Totally charming. Finally he announced that he was going to wander off that way. I'd left my house without my phone due to the nature of my pact with the universe. Having nothing but the cigarettes on me to distract me from my angst was part of it, and so made no attempt to follow him or to get his number. I went back to that Starbucks several times over the coming weeks to no avail. I was walking to my stepbrother's room for our daily edging competition, but what I saw left me in shock. I saw my stepbrother giving his sister the most devious back shots. It sounded like the 4th of July in there. I screamed in that voice you have when you have the chills, "What in the sweet home Alabama," and slammed the door shut. My brother quickly came out while I was running down the stairs and shouted, "Please tell no one." I didn't even look back. I got into my car and drove away to a bar. On one hand, this is absolutely disgusting to me, but on the other, I feel like it really isn't my business. I don't know if I should tell my mom and stepdad or if I just leave it alone. I don't know if it was a one-time thing or if they are in some gross sibling relationship. And yes, they are full-blood siblings. My stepbrother and his sister have been blowing up my phone. I haven't answered either of their texts yet. I was really angry with them, didn't know what to do. After a while, though, I thought that it's not really my business, but deep down, it intrigued me. I kinda wanted to feel those devious backshots too. I felt the urge to join them and have some fun, as it had been my secret fantasy for as long as I can remember. So I texted my stepbrother if we could try the Eiffel Tower on his sister. Update: I accidentally sent the text message to the family group chat.